Well, they thought rock and roll was going to, destroy everything. Rock and roll was hated for the first 5 years of its life. It's so funny. Until the 60s came along and the baby boomers, rock and roll was having a real struggle. They didn't like it. They thought people didn't like it. Especially the press, especially the media. They hated it.
I think bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, sweet caress. Hello, happiness. I feel like I could die. Bye-bye, my love. Bye-bye. There goes my baby with someone new. She sure looks happy out of her and blue. She was my baby. She said then goodbye to the man that I might have been.
When I graduated high school in '55, we immediately got in the car the next day and came to Nashville and got a place to live. And I went out to Wesley Rose's, and he got us an audition with Archie Blyer of Cadence. And Archie came down to Nashville to do the sessions. Him and Boudleaux sang a little bit of this song to us. Phil and I, this was our chance. We were looking, to make this record. And so we weren't going to say no. We liked the song anyway.
Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, sweet caress. Hello, happiness. I feel like I could die.
And the Everly Brothers came out of this nightclub that they'd been at until 2:30 in the morning. Instead of like shining us on and just signing an autograph and then going into the hotel, they took time at 2:30 in the morning in a rainstorm to talk to Alan and I and listen to what we were doing. Yeah, we do some of your songs. Yeah, well, we're little musicians. We sing and play and stuff. And they were very, very kind to us. And it affected me so much, I began to realize exactly how important contact with your idol is.
Bye-bye, my love. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, my love. Bye.
That's this rock and roll music seems to be under an awful heavy attack from all over the country. There's been riots, it's been banned in certain parts of this country and abroad. You know of any reason for that?
Well, as far as I know, music make people happy. I know it make me happy.
You wouldn't blame it on rock and roll?
No, indeed.
Phil and I met Roy Orbison up in Indiana at a show. And after the show downstairs in the basement, we said, Roy, you got a song for Phil and I? He did bring in Only the Lonely. And I remember him singing it, or doing the demo to me with the doo-wah-wahs in the background and everything. And I said, Roy, you should cut that yourself. That's what got him up. I'd heard of them, and of course, and we met them, and they were from Texas, and Phil and I were from Nashville. And it was so funny how the difference from the Texas to the Nashville things, but we all loved rock and roll, we all loved Bo Diddley, we all loved, all this music, and it was camaraderie from the beginning. They became very, very close, dear friends. And Buddy was...
I guess I was probably the last one to talk to Buddy, because I said, Buddy, I got a registered letter at the post office my mother sent to Fargo. Would you pick it up for me? And he said, yeah. He said, I need some identification. Let me have your driver's license. So I said, here, take my wallet. So he just stuck my wallet in his pocket, So when the plane was found the next morning, they found 4 bodies and 5 identifications.
Stars Richie Valens, J.P. the Big Bopper Richardson, and Buddy Holly died today with their pilot in the crash of a chartered plane. Following an appearance before 1,000 fans at Clear Lake last night, they chartered a plane at the Mason City Airport.
It's a sad thing, because I think he would have gone on to be a big influence in music, which he was already. But it's a sad thing. Phil went to Lubbock. I couldn't go. I couldn't bring myself to go. I think I went and stayed in a room for a while.